Welcome to the Boneyard, way up in northern Colorado for our first edition of the Rocky Mountain Outlaws Away broadcast, presented to you by the fine students of the Colorado Media School. We will broadcast for every Outlaws Away game this season so you never miss a moment of the action. Week 3 takes us all the way to Greeley, Colorado, where we will see the home team, the Northern Colorado Nightmare, take on the Rocky Mountain Outlaws. My name is Cole Smith, and I'll be calling your action this evening. Joining me is my partner, Jeremy Peischer. Jeremy, the Outlaws have been playing much better since their big loss to the Sharks in Week 1, but they're still struggling to find that first win. What's it going to take for them to get a win tonight?
They're going to have to step up the simplest things. They needed to focus on fundamentals, I think, this week, and a big thing is snapping the ball, and we've seen that problem all across their 3 losses is not getting the ball from the center to the quarterback. It's the first thing that needs to happen for any play to start, and they've been, frankly, bad at it. Snaps have gone over heads. They tried working under center, and that really hasn't helped them much. So I'm hoping to see some improvement here because this is going to be a tough squad going against the Nightmare.
As for the Nightmare, they haven't given up more than 20 points the entire season. They're finally home. Long road stretch for them. What are they going to have to do to keep the defense from tiring out?
The Outlaw defense?
Yes.
The Nightmare defense, I think it might be they might be A-okay this week. This might be a rest week for them. It comes to the suspensions that we're facing for this Outlaw team because it is a lot of the key players. Brendan Bordeaux was one of their star wide receivers as well as his brother Colin. And there's, Crothers and Joyner were both key contributors for this team. Yeah, they're going to be on the sidelines today. Jeff
is going to have to work with a lot less weapons tonight. He's not going to have the offensive line he has either. We're missing a couple linemen on the front side as well. Our center, he's going to be out this weekend as well. Beautiful night here at District 6 Stadium up in Greeley, Colorado. A cool 67 degrees, a nice light breeze. And we are standing for the national anthem now. And we're back. That was the national anthem, getting things going here. We're going to get right set for kickoff. The identifiers for today's team, the away team, Rocky Mountain Outlaws, are going to be the white jerseys with the black pants. Your home team, the Northern Colorado Nightmare, are going to be on the all blacks with a nice silver trim. The Outlaws, they're going to elect to receive the first kickoff here.
Actually kicking off. You said Outlaws are going to receive.
Right.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's semi-pro football. It's semi-pro college.
And it's our first broadcast here together with me and Jeremy. We're going to get these kinks worked out here. No worries.
Thanks so much for listening to us and, listen to all the Colorado Media School broadcasts.
And be sure to join us next week as well, as we are going to be home. Kicking off for the Northern Colorado Nightmare is going to be Dave Dixon. And we're off here at District 6 Stadium in the Boneyard. Oh, bottle will snap. Taking the ball is Caleb Thornton. He's running out to the right side. He's not going to have much room. He's going to be stopped just past the 10-yard line. Looks like they'll spot him at the 13.
A little bit of difficulty there in catching the ball off the kick. It was a clean kick. And then Thornton, he decided to start going east and west instead of going north and south, and he only really picked up 4 yards on that return.
Looks like maybe that ball bounced a little bit off the front chest shoulder pad. Want to make sure you grab it with the hands.
Don't catch it with the chest. And here we go. They're inside their own 20. They're at about the 13-yard line, and here we talked about it in the opening. Let's see how this first snap goes.
The Outlaws working out their talent. They're going to have to work with just a shorter roster this weekend. We'll see what Jeff Lentner can do with his Outlaws. At quarterback is number 11, Madiak Mathiang. Correction, Jeff Lentner looks like he's going to be lining up at wideout.
And it also looks like Tyler Lithau, who has played some quarterback this year for the Outlaws, is snapping the ball. He's playing center today. That's going to be interesting. He's not the biggest guy.
No, he's going to have to find out what he can do against those Northern Colorado Nightmare linebackers.
But they were able to gain 1 yard on that first play.
Looking to pass out to the left side, but nearly picked off by the Nightmare. It's going to be an incomplete pass. They're going to get reset here. It's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Outlaws.
That was Styles right there on the corner. He read that pass all the way, and if he could have held on to that ball, that Nightmare would have put up a quick 6 points.
Wide open grass. Maybe thought he'd run with it before he caught it. Number 34, Ronnie Sears, he's going to be lined up at running back for the Outlaws. 3 receivers on the top of your screen. Looking like he's running in trouble. He's going to have to try to get it out there, but brought down by the Nightmare. It's going to be a short gain, not quite the sack, but they're not going to get enough for a first down. We'll see what the Outlaws want to do, if they want to punt it here or go ahead and keep running with it.
Mathiang did not have much time. He also did not have much running room as they got the happy feet in the pocket, only having a quick second of protection. And he scrambled, and you're right. He did get about 4 yards, but that's not nearly enough for the first down. We are going to see our first punt of the game.
Looks like the Outlaw are trying a little bit of a wildcat formation. Jeff Lentner out to punt the football. Nightmare are going to let it roll just before the 50. Doesn't quite crossing it. Returning it is number 13, Quintavious Styles.
Brother of the cornerback who almost made that interception on the second play of the game. This Nightmare team is going to have great field position, looking like they're at about the 30-yard line, right on that 30-yard line on the close hash mark.
The great staff of the Northern Colorado Nightmare making sure we have all our equipment ready. Northern Colorado Nightmare, they're looking to get started at the 30, a little bit of a hold-up. The Outlaws, they're going to go ahead and call their first timeout and take a little bit of a break. We're going to take a little bit of a break as well, but we'll be right back. But don't go anywhere. The Rocky Mountain Outlaws football will be right back on the Be On Air Network.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com.
Welcome back to Rocky Mountain Outlaws football, being presented to you by the Colorado Media School, the Northern Colorado Nightmare. They're going to get started here on the right side of the 30-yard line. Number 19, Matt Keeling, running out to the left for the Nightmare, finding his man deep. 13, number Quintavious Stiles, the man on the return for the punt. He's going for the score. He wanted to get the 6 points. That's going to be the first score of the game for the Northern Colorado Nightmare. That's going to set him up 6-0.
One play, one score, Cole. That was a beautiful throw by Keeling. He led Stiles out there, and Stiles was able to corral that one. He beat his man pretty easily, and that was quick 6 points for the Nightmare.
Dave Dixon, he's going to be out to kick the extra point for the Nightmare. Looks like they're missing a man.
We are only a minute and 57 into this game. The Outlaws have already punted and given up a touchdown. It's going to be tough sledding today, it looks like.
The kick for Dixon, a little low, but good. That's going to attack on the extra point for the Nightmare, and that's going to set him up 7-0.
Real quick, Quintavious Stiles, not from Colorado like most of these players are from the Nightmare. Most of them all come up from the Fort Collins area, a couple from Wyoming, a lot of northern Colorado, but Stiles came in from Albany, Georgia. Not Albany, New York, Albany, Georgia.
The Southern boy.
He just showed us some SEC-style wide receiver play right there. He backed off his cornerback, had a little push off, and he had more than enough room to make that grab.
The Outlaws obviously going to be missing Brandon Bordeaux in the backfield, deep backfield today.
And they took a penalty already, and it seemed like a pretty useless penalty as we were going to be backing up a couple yards.
Not sure where the penalty was at. Was it that? I believe that was the previous play.
It had to come on the
end of the extra point,
and it looks like it's a 15-yarder. They must have done some outlaw stuff.
Perhaps a personal foul. As you may know, the Outlaws got in a bit of a scuffle last week. Gonna have to keep their heads calm tonight.
Going to be a short kick here, lining up on the 50. Let's see if we get any sort of return at all.
Caleb Thornton and Ronnie Sears are back as the return men for the Outlaws. Dixon, your kicker once again. Kicking off from the 50-yard line, only half the field to go. A little over 13 minutes left in the first quarter.
And the Outlaws finally get their 11th player on the field.
A little bit of a pooch kick for the Nightmare, lining up just nicely for number 7. Caleb Thornton's going to try to make a move up to the left side. Not finding enough. He's going to be stopped just past the 25. Looks like he's a little roughed up on the end of that play.
Much better return that time, Cole. He was able to handle the ball smoothly, and this was a much harder kick. It knuckled, it bounced, and he was able to scoop it, and he brought it up to the 27. He learned from his mistakes that first return.
Going to have to keep an eye on that ankle for number 7. Looks like he's trying to shake that out. The Outlaws, they're going to be placed at the 27-yard line on the bottom side of your screen. It's going to be 1st and 10. The Outlaws had to punt their last time. Nightmare putting up strong defense, nearly gave up with the interception. We'll see what Jeff Lettner can do with his Outlaws now. Correction, number 11, Madiak Mathiang, is still going to be your quarterback for the Outlaws. Play action out to the right side, but he can't find a way to go. He's going to be sacked back for a loss of about 2-yard lines. That's going to be a sack on the Nightmare. Number 5, Trent Fahrenbrook.
Mathing tried to go with the read option, did not have anywhere to pitch the ball as the defensive end read that the entire way, went over to the running back. The tackle for Nightmare was also able to penetrate. Mathing tried to cut back. There just wasn't any room. Loss of about 3 there.
Nightmare They're not taking any prisoners on defense tonight. Shotgun again for the Outlaws. We haven't seen him under center yet. Passing deep. Oh, nearly picked off by number 2. Jamie Adams for the Nightmare, but can't quite hold on to it. He had green grass right in front of him.
The Outlaws tried to move the pocket there as they're not getting enough protection for Mathiang back there. I think it's a good idea to move the pocket, but Mathiang did not have enough time, and he threw off his back foot, which really it led to an inaccurate pass, and it was right to the hands of Adams, and Adams not able to turn that around.
It's going to reset the downs for the Outlaws. It's going to be 3rd and 12 now. They got some distance to make up. Clock is stopped at 12:05.
I think we had another quick timeout.
Looks as if we had a quick referee timeout.
So this no-code nightmare is big news up here in Greeley. They have cheerleaders. That's the first I've seen in the Colorado Football Conference. That's cool.
Cheerleaders, a great crowd showing up for a beautiful night. Clouds kind of rolling in, but nothing really pouring too bad so far.
Yeah, it sprinkled on our way here, and it was raining all the way up until game time, but that did not stop any of these fans from coming out. This is not a small stadium by any means, and there's fans all over. On this side. You can't see him on the camera.
Outlaws trying a little play action to the left now, but he can't find any kind of room. He's going to be swallowed up by multiple Nightmare defensemen. Looks like number 5 and 4, Trent Fahrenbrook and Storm Fox, both on the tackle there together. The outside linebackers closing in that, rushing fast. They're not going to let him pitch that ball too easily.
Storm Fox, that shouldn't be a football player. He should be a meteorologist. He should be on Channel 7 giving us the news. Storm Fox, that's a perfect name.
Ultimate nickname for a football player, the Storm, coming in hot.
I really hope his parents just gave him that.
Nick Brady looks like he's going to be back to punt for the Outlaws. Not trying the Wildcat formation like we saw with Jeff on the last go-around. Looks like a bit of a short punt. The Nightmare not going to get around it. It's going to be down by the Outlaws. Just before the 40-yard line, it looks like they'll mark it at the 37. As we switch around, let's go ahead and take a quick break. We will be back, though. Don't go anywhere. Rocky Mountain Outlaws football will be back on the Be On Air Network.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com.
You want spooky, scary, and a ride of terror? Come down to the spirit of Halloween, filled with the scariest and creative costumes, masks, and more. We have costumes for everyone in the family. Come on down.
Outlaws football running quick here. The Outlaws going to repunt. Nearly blocked by the Nightmare. It's going to come up a little bit short. The Outlaw looking like they're having a little bit of trouble finding it. It's going to finally be downed around the 35-yard line. We'll wait for a final placement. Not sure what quite happened there to where the Outlaws got to re-kick that punt. You think they would have been happier with the first one?
I don't think they got a choice with that. I don't think you get a choice to repunt, especially if after it wasn't a great one. But Cole, they lost about 5 yards, but they didn't. There wasn't a penalty on the play. They weren't punting from any further back. But yeah, here we are. The Nightmare are going to get the ball at the 32 this time.
Matt Keeling leading his Nightmare out now. Nightmare staying in the shotgun as well. He's going to hand it off to his running back, Eric Foxworth. Trying to find some room up the middle, but he's going to be stopped by a group of Outlaws.
He found enough room, getting about 8 yards on there. It's going to look like 7 after the spot. Cut it up the middle, made one quick cut. Nice tackling job by Outlaws to contain him.
Number 91, Raul Gargreta on the tackle there. The Outlaws defensive line playing absolutely shut out the past 2 weeks. We'll see if they can help stop the rushing game against the Nightmare now.
Only 2 down linemen.
Handing it off right up the middle again. He's going to have some green grass to run, trying to find a couple, makes and move. Going to be stopped right about the 10. It's going to be stopped by number 30 on the Outlaws, Glenn Mascarenas. Great open field tackle by the Outlaws, but not after a nice gain for the Nightmare. It's going to set up on a new set of downs. Doesn't look quite first and goal yet. It'll still be 1st and 10 for the Nightmare right outside the 10-yard line on the bottom of your screen.
Foxworth doing just what I said. There was only 2 down linemen. They were unable to get penetration, but he kicked it outside where there was nobody rushing. And he was able to get a good chunky yardage, about 20 there.
2 receiver sets on either side for the Nightmare. Looking to pass in the back of the end zone, finds his man, number 3, Anthony Rakin. That's going to be a touchdown for the Nightmare. That's going to set him up another 6 points. Wide open in the back of the end zone. The safeties looking like they bit on the fake to the running back, number 30, Eric Foxworth. They don't want him running up the middle anymore. They brought the pressure, and they paid for it.
Not much the Outlaws could do there with Rankin running a slant from the slot position. And like you said, the safeties were creeping up. They were unable to get any positioning there, and that ball was perfectly thrown by Keeling. Add another 6 points.
We will see Dave Dixon back out for the Nightmare. He was 1 for 1 on the day so far. Looks like the Nightmare are going to pull a little bit of a fake. Can't quite get it out, though. Passes it to his receiver, number 6, Austin Hassler. Can't make anything happen with it, though. The Outlaws are going to get the stop. Going to stop the 2-point conversion. That's going to keep them at 13-0. We've killed about 6 minutes here now in the first quarter. 9 minutes left to go. The Nightmare, they've kicking off for the second time now. The Outlaws, they need to make something happen.
Yeah, right there, they're lucky to now only be down 13 instead of 14. It looked like, I don't know if it was much of a fake as it was a bobbled snap. Nightmare had a chance to still do something with that mishap play, but guess their street football skills weren't as good as ours back in the day.
The Outlaws defense absolutely dominant on the play, not letting anything get past them. They don't want any extra scores going up that they don't need. The Nightmare, they're going to kick off from the original spot now on the 35. Back again for the Outlaws is Caleb Thornton. Kicking way out of the end zone is Dixon. The Outlaws, they're not going to get a chance to return this. They're going to start on the 20-yard line now. We'll see what Jeff Lettner and his Outlaws can do, trying to move the ball. Maybe start utilizing that wildcat formation they've been using.
I understand why the Nightmare kicked that one out of the back of the end zone that time, as it was really the only yardage gained so far by the Outlaws was Thornton bringing it up on the return last time.
The Outlaws, they'll get reset now. And correction, they'll start on their own 25-yard line, driving right to left on your screen. And the running back position for your Outlaws is number 34, Ronnie Sears. The screen out to the right side for the Outlaws, but it's going to be incomplete. Looking for his man, number 7, Caleb Thornton. It's going to reset the downs here for the Outlaws. 2nd and 10 now.
Thornton, I don't think was ready for the pass, even though it was a screen. Did not look like he had his hands up, and that ball just went a little bit behind him.
Nightmare defense looked prepared to see that screen out on that right side. We'll see how they adjust now. The Outlaws know they're back in the shotgun. Handing it off to Sears. Trying to find some room up the middle, but can't quite get anything going. He's going to be stopped just before the 30. The lineman looks like they will place them around the 28-yard line.
Best offensive play we've had so far for the Outlaws as they go up. Get 3 whole yards on that one. Had a good push up the middle as we still have Tyler Lithau playing center. He's played quarterback. I've seen him play wide receiver. He's taken a handoff. He's done pretty much it all, and now he's playing center. And this Nightmare team has a beefy defensive line that he's going up against.
Jeff Lettner possibly staying in that wide receiver position due to an injury he suffered last week. Bobbled snap for the Outlaws. Handing it off to Sears once again, trying to get some more room up the middle. It's only going to be a gain of, it looks like, about 4. It's going to set up 4th down for the Outlaws now. About 4 to go.
It's been the most successful drive so far. It's 4th down, but they're not going to be punting from behind the line of scrimmage.
Looks like the Outlaws finally have something working a bit with their running game. They're not going to punt this football. They think they can go ahead and get this 1st down, keep this drive moving.
This is when they have punted the football. This is where they've ended up giving up the ball the last 2 times.
Faking the pass out to the right side, looking for his man. Contested pass, can't quite pull it in on the right side. Caleb Thornton, the go-to man for the Outlaws, can't quite pull it up. Looks like there's a bit of a scuffle.
The flag came in at the end. There was a bump between Thornton and Izzy Hernandez over there for the Nightmare.
Tempers flaring a little bit, already starting out tonight. Just under 8 minutes in the 1st quarter.
Excuse me, that was Matt Olson over there, not Izzy Hernandez. For the Nightmare, it was Matt Olson, the safety. But I saw them bump into each other, but I don't quite know who bumped into who. We'll get a reading from the ref.
Unsportsmanlike conduct for the Outlaws on Caleb Thornton. It had to have been for the push after the play. Looks like after they scuffled for the football, they exchanged a few words. A few shoves were also exchanged. They need to save it for the football field.
I disagree with the ref. This is football. Thornton went up to try to make that a spectacular one-handed grab. You know, Olsen did his job as a safety, tackling him. The tackle took him out of bounds. You know, they were both getting up. Their arms got crossed. I'm not so sure that needed to be an unnecessary roughness penalty.
That ball definitely looked equally contested from both sides of the ball.
But now the Nightmare are going to have the ball all the way down at the 16-yard line.
Great field position starting for the Nightmare. And number 19, Matt Keeling and company, they're going to go ahead and get 3 scores up, try to get 3 scores in the red zone here. Handing it off to his running back, number 37, Marquez Harvey, getting a couple carries with the football now. Looks like he got a gain of about 5 on the play. It's going to set up the Nightmare 2nd down and 4 to go. Your referees for tonight's game, your man in the white hat, Andrew Landry, your head ump, Jeff Rathman, head linesman or lineswoman, Ashley Miller, line judges, Martin Escato and Charles Flynn, your field judge, Chuck Hickey, and your back judge, Jared Brooks. Down for the Outlaws. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and get all the information for you. Don't go anywhere. The Rocky Mountain Outlaws football. We'll be right back on the Be On Air Network.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com.
You want spooky?
Welcome back to Rocky Mountain Outlaws football. The Nightmare, they're going to get the drive going. Screen out to the right side, getting it to his receiver. Anthony Rankin is going to score for the Nightmare right off the right edge of the end zone. Called score for the Nightmare, and Anthony Rankin running it right in. Great screen by the Nightmare on the right side. Defense was not prepared. Looks like the Nightmare, they're going to go ahead and go for two once again.
Rankin getting the screen pass, and he did a nice move. He did not have to do too much to put that in the end zone. And now Kneeling already with 3 touchdown passes, 2 of them to Rankin, 1 of them to Styles, and we are at 19-0 pending the 2-point conversion.
The Nightmare in the swinging gate formation now. We'll see what the trick play is. Wildcat to number 30. Eric Foxworth going to try to make a move onto the right side. Dirty Laundry out on the play, though. We'll see what the call is.
They are going to get another shot there. As Foxworth was being taken down, he was dragged down by his jersey around the shoulder collar.
Offsetting penalties. It looks like there was a block in the back for the Outlaws, but also holding on the Nightmare. Those penalties are going to offset and decline. The Nightmare, they're going to be stuck 19 points over the Outlaws 0.
No, there was no penalty on the tackle. It was all on the Nightmare, so Outlaws are free and clear. Stopping some points. Still 19-0, but it's not 21-0.
The Outlaws, they'll get another chance here. Mathiang and company trying to make something happen. The running game was working a little bit for their last drive. We'll see if they try to lean on that a bit more. Looks like the Outlaws are still trying to find their other return man. Levi Reed is going to join Thornton in the backfield to return this kick. A little windy out, the Nightmare needing a holder. And the Outlaws elect not to return this and let it roll out to the back of the end zone. They're going to go ahead and start with this football on the 25-yard line. Needing to make something happen here, they have to get points. Even a field goal at this point you would think would be beneficial.
Yeah, fight or flight right now. You've been pushed up against the wall. This is where you need to come out swinging. If you lose another battle, this game might get out of hand.
The Northern Colorado Nightmare, they're playing extremely tough football. They're not letting the Outlaws get anything easy, especially on the passing. You have to control all 3 phases of the game right now, and the Nightmare are looking pretty well in control. Handing it off to Ronnie Sears. Trying to make something happen up the middle once again, but he's going to be met by Nightmare defenseman. Joseph Gunn on the tackle for the Nightmare. Defensive linemen for the Nightmare have been all over the Outlaws' backfield. The Outlaws needing to make some kind of changes on the offensive line to get this thing going.
Really, the only successful plays so far have been running Sears up the middle. I'd like to maybe see them try to run an off tackle play on the strong side, maybe get a little more blocking, throw another tight end in there, as Nightmare only have 2 down linemen.
2nd and 10. The pass out to the right side is incomplete. Looking for his man, Thornton. Not going to quite get it to him, though. We're going to reset here. It's going to be 3rd and 10 now for the Outlaws. 6 minutes 17 on the clock for the first quarter. The Outlaws have yet to move it past their 50-yard line.
No first downs yet.
No first downs.
Thornton right there he was trying to get a pass interference call from the refs. They weren't having any of it, but him and the cornerback were tied up, but not enough to get that pass interference call.
The officials are letting them play tonight. Outlaws once again in the shotgun. Oh, looks like he's going to be under pressure, met by 2 Nightmare defensemen. It's going to be Jesse Duenes and Octavius Stiles on the stop for the Nightmare. Coming in from the outside, edge rushers. No one there to even come close to stop him. Wide open view to the quarterback. Nothing he could really even do there to get the football out without causing more damage than that already is.
Cornerback blitz there. As Stiles came in from the far side, and then we had Dunez coming in from the defensive end spot. Both met up on Mathiang's body, and that was a big sack, making it all the way to 4th and 18.
Oh, fake punt now by the Outlaws, throwing it out to their wideout, number 16. Correction, that's Jordan Yakavetta, number 15. The first time we've seen him all game. Last week, Jordan, he was all over the field. Looks like we do have some dirty laundry, though. We'll see what the call is here.
And it's going to go against the Outlaws. That is so disappointing, Cole. We finally saw a fun play. We saw a first down.
That is indeed going to move the Outlaws back. So disappointing to finally have something successful running, finally getting Jordan involved in this offense, but they still can't get the first down. We'll see what they do here. It's going to be a much tougher 4th down to handle. It's going to be 4th and 18 now for the Outlaws. 5.5 minutes left on the clock. Nightmare, they're leading the Outlaws 19-0. Back to return it for the Nightmare. Quintavious Stiles, excuse me. Jeff Leonard going to punt it for the Outlaws. Getting it deep, bobbled the snap. Spinning out of it is Stiles. Going to be met by multiple Outlaws. Can't quite get anywhere. He's going to be met by Levi Reed and looks like Tyler Litow. Getting down deep, not letting the Nightmare get any kind of good field position now. They're going to have to start on their side of the 50 for the first time tonight.
I don't know if it's not good field position. Is their
best field position they've had so far.
They're coming in at the 49, but they are on their own side of the 50. Great job by Levi Reed getting down there for the Outlaws. They had the man contained, but they did not have him down. Levi Reed finished the play. He hustled the entire time and able to make that tackle.
The Nightmare, they're going to start on their own 49-yard line. Matt Keeling back again for the Nightmare. Handing it off to his man up the middle. It's going to be Marquise Harvey trying to make some room, breaking a few tackles, gets it onto the Outlaws side of the football field. Looks like that's going to be downed at the Outlaws 39-yard line. It's going to set up the Nightmare with a new set of downs. The Outlaws might need to start bringing up some pressure here, doing something to stop that run game.
Foxworth has been great in this run game, as we just saw him break off that's a 12-yard gain he just got with really minimal effort as he just ran it up the middle, followed his men, and got the first down. But I don't know how many men you can send when Keeling has been doing very well in the passing game.
Handing it off now to the left side, handing it off to Quintavious Stiles, trying to make some room. Looks like he's going to be stopped just after a nice big gain of about 8 yards. Not quite for the first down. The Nightmare, they're going to have to go ahead and attack one more time. It's going to be 2nd and 2 now.
Stiles took his time, followed his big guys out in front, never really was able to get up to his full speed that we've seen so far. Still jogging. He got 8 yards as his big lineman up front blocked the entire way to the outside.
Nightmare back in the shotgun. Only 2 to go. Low snap. Not going to be able to get anything to happen. The Outlaws are going to meet him in the backfield for a sack. Number 27, Josito Lopez on the sack for the Outlaws. Josh Storm also coming in on the play. Multiple Outlaws getting into the backfield, taking advantage of a low snap from the Nightmare. It's going to set him back now. The Nightmare. It's going to be third and 7 to go. Keeling going to roll out to his right side, looking for his man, Anthony Rankin. He's going to find him. Rankin trying to make a move. He's going to be met by multiple Outlaws. Steven Martinez and Glenn Mascarenas both on the stop. The defensive backs now for the Outlaws. They're refusing to let anything big. Looks like the Nightmare did squeak the first down, though. They're going to go ahead and move the chains. It's going to be a first down for the Nightmare. The Nightmare moving just slowly but surely now this drive. The Outlaws, they are putting up a bit more pressure. Doesn't look like it's quite enough yet. We'll see what they can do now. Full house for the Nightmare now. Handing it off to the fullback, Autry Baskins, right up the middle. It looks like he's going to get a short gain of just about 4 yards on the play.
Nightmare handing the ball around and getting positive yards all around as they handed that one to the fullback and ran it right up the middle. But there's not many spots you can pressure on this Nightmare offense. You pressure up the middle, they're going to throw it with Keeling to the outside. You try to pressure on the outside, they're going to run it right up the middle with Foxworth.
Baskins, the fullback, now getting some reps. Foxworth, he's going to take it out onto the left side, trying to make a move, bouncing it out. Going to be met by 3 Outlaws.
He was close to the first down, but I don't think he got it when he tried to make it one more cut to try to get to the end zone, and I think that cost him the first down.
We'll see where the officials officially place this ball. Looks like just a yard short. It's going to be 3rd and short now for the Nightmare. The Outlaws putting up an impressive stop here on this drive for the defense, not letting up those big 1-yard deep plays.
We've seen nothing deep here, but it's 3rd and 1, and I got to think that the Nightmare, they've been running the ball successfully all game, are just going to either give it to Baskins, the fullback, or give it to Foxworth on the outside.
Keeling's been lining up under center most of the drive now.
Well, Baskins helped in that one. He didn't get the ball, but he did drive the ball forward as Keeling had that quarterback sneak, and Baskins just pushed him.
The Nightmare forcing it over. It's going to be move the chains. Another first down for the Nightmare on this drive. The Outlaws with their backs against the wall now within the red zone. Less than a minute now in the first quarter. We'll see if they want to just let this clock run down or get one more play in.
I think with the play clock, they should have to get one more in. Was not a short first quarter, though. We saw a lot of scoring. Took 40 minutes to get in those 15.
Rolling out to the right side now for the Nightmare. Faking the pass. Keeling's going to run for it, make a run for it himself. Getting a couple great yards.
Down at the goal line.
Doesn't look like he quite made it, broke the plane for the end zone. That's going to stop him, but the Nightmare, they're going to be set up great. 1st and goal from their own from the Outlaws 1-yard line. Great rollout by Keeling.
Yeah,
trying to fake out the defensive back successfully and makes a run for it for the end zone.
He is not a small guy, but he threw those pump fakes, grabbed room. It looked like a little Mitch Trubisky out there, the big 6'5" guy, able to still run And he got it all the way to the goal line, and we are done with our first quarter.
The Northern Colorado Nightmare, they're leading your Rocky Mountain Outlaws in 19-0. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break before the start of the second quarter, however. Don't go away anywhere from the action. The Rocky Mountain Outlaws football will be right back on
Rocky
the
View Dental Care. Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com.
Welcome back to Rocky Mountain Outlaws football, being presented to you by the Colorado Media School. The Northern Colorado Nightmare, they're switching the side of the field, looking to score now. Trying to hand it off to Foxworth. Not quite, can't get anything to go. Is going to be stopped up by some Outlaw defensemen. Looks like about a loss of a yard for the Nightmare as well. They're going to be back on their 2 now, on the Outlaws 2.
Great penetration by that Outlaw defense, able to get there in the backfield.
The Nightmare looking now. Second and goal from their Outlaws 2. Handing it off to Foxworth, trying to make it happen. Fumble on the goal line. We'll see who comes up with the football. Looks like there's a bit of a pile up.
Outlaws
come up with it. That's number 5, Tyler Littow, making another play for the Outlaws. We'll see what the official call is.
The officials are going to meet up. Lithow came out of the pile with the football.
It looks like the ball was knocked out from Foxworth right before he jumped into the end zone trying to make a score.
Still a huddle of refs over there. No call yet.
Refs taking their time, making sure they know what they saw. Andrew Landry with the call. And the Nightmare are going to retain possession of the football just short of the goal line. Looks like the ball may have just bounced right back into their favor. A lucky break for the Nightmare.
Even though Lithow, I still like how Lithow got into that pile and came out with the ball.
The Outlaws playing physical. They're not going to just let them have the score here. Nightmare now on the left side of the hash. Trying to get it to the back of the end zone is Keeling, but can't quite find his man. Trying to look for Matt Ritchie, number 14 for the Nightmare.
Ritchie was all tied up there as the Outlaws pressured him right off the bat, pushed him off the line, and there was a big pile of men there. It just looked like that was the only read that Keeling had. He tried to lob it in, but no go. And the Outlaws with a goal line stop.
Glenn Mascarenas on the stop there in the defensive position. The Nightmare, they're going to get another crack at it now. It is 4th and goal. They're going to go ahead and go for the score. Keeling in the backfield with Foxworth. And delay of game on the Nightmare. That's going to push them back. That's going to push the Nightmare back. Looks like just a little bit of miscommunication from Keeling and the Nightmare. couldn't quite get the ball off. It's going to be a loss of 10. 5 yards.
That was 5 yards on that delay game, and I didn't know if they were trying to pull the Outlaws off sides with that delay of game. It doesn't really seem like it, as you only would be gaining a half yard and would not get a new set of downs. It looks like that's just a problem with Keeling in the center there.
The Nightmare now, they have a little bit of distance now to go with 4th and goal. From the Outlaws 5. Rolling out to the right side. Looking for his man, Anthony Rankin, but can't quite get him. The Outlaws with the stop. They're going to get the turnover on downs. They'll get it on their own 4-yard line. They'll be driving left to right on your screen when we come back. Or we will stay here. We will go ahead and go to break. Don't go anywhere from the action, though. Rocky Mountain Outlaws football will be back on the Be On Air network.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple
Welcome back into the Rocky Mountain Outlaw football presented to you by Colorado Media School and the Be On Air Network. I'm Jeremy Peischer here with Cole, and we are down 19-0 as Mathiak throws it. This ball is going to be picked off by Austin Hassler, and Hassler still wrestling on his feet. He gets down to the 2-yard line. And as quickly as the Rocky Mountain Outlaws had the goal line stopped, they give the ball right back to the Nightmare, who are going to be taking over.
Looks as if Mattiak Mathiang just didn't see the Nightmare defenseman.
Mathiang did not have a chance on that one as he gunned it in there. It's going to be picked off. And the Nightmare are just going to get one more shot from the goal line. That was quick.
Extremely quick, especially for something when the Outlaws, they need to get some kind of movement on their side of the football. Down with 0 points, goose egg still on the scoreboard.
And Keeling coming right back out, having Foxworthy to his left. One lone receiver on the far side. Let's watch out for him. Keeling taking the snap from shotgun, hands it off to Foxworthy, brings it right up the middle for another Nightmare touchdown. That is Foxworth putting up another 6.
The Nightmare now up 4 scores. The Outlaws, they need to make something happen and change something on defense.
We do have an Outlaw down on the far side of the field. So we're going to get some information on that. It's now 25-0 pending the extra point here from the Nightmare. As we do wait for information to come back from that interview, we are going to go to a quick commercial break. Thank you for watching Rocky Mountain Outlaw Football on the Be On Air Network.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with
for the extra point, as the Nightmare, after going for 2 on the last 2 possessions, are going to kick it. It is Dave Dixon lining up in the backfield for the Nightmare. The snap down, it's good, and the extra point is going to be good as the Nightmare tack on another point. It is now 26-0 with 13:37 remaining in the second quarter. We are in Greeley, Colorado, for home of the Northern Colorado Nightmare as they take on our Rocky Mountain Outlaws at D6 Stadium, District 6 Stadium. There's no monsters. It's not District 9. We're right here in District 6 in Greeley, though there may be some monsters out there as we look to the east.
Nice, beautiful clouds out. Not looking like it's going to storm up. We'll keep an eye on it, especially the clouds down south. A little bit darker for us, but nothing look like it's going to put a damper on tonight's beautiful evening.
We are going to keep playing football until it hails, I guess. It hailed a little bit on the way up here, Cole.
Slightly, with a little bit of lightning storms, but nothing to where we had to delay the game. The officials wanting to get this over with the late start. We are in prime time this weekend with the rest of your games this weekend already being played and finished. We'll try to get updated scores on those if we can.
Yeah, go to cfcfootball.com, coloradofootballconference.com, and you can see all the goings-ons of the CFC, what's coming up, as we are going to have next week. Our Outlaws are going to be taking on the Flames back at home at Shea Stadium as the kick is going to be fielded by Thornton. Thornton going to the far side. He's got room at the 20. Bounces outside, gets knocked out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. Caleb Thornton getting positive yardage for this Outlaw team.
The Outlaws looking like they're going to be getting their best start of the night.
Right at the 25-yard line. So it looks like even if there was a touchback, they would have started in the same spot. But, getting Thornton some runs, getting him to touch the ball.
Matthew and company going to try to get something with this passing game going. The Nightmare defensive backs, the Nightmare DBs, absolutely been shut down. A no-fly zone, if you will, for the Nightmare tonight.
They have been absolutely incredible on defense, not allowing a first down yet. And we are already 2.5 minutes into this second quarter as Mathiang lines up in the backfield. Sears next to him from the shotgun. Mathiang takes the snap, runs it right up the middle on the quarterback keeper, and he's going to get a yard, but I do see yellow on the field. And it looks like it's probably going to be an illegal formation coming up on the Outlaws. That's going to back them up 5 yards.
These are the little mistakes that we saw last week that really hurt this Outlaws team. We'll see if they can keep their heads on straight and start minimizing these penalties. We've seen quite a bit in this first half.
And that is exactly what it is. We're going to move that ball 5 yards back. We will repeat first down. So it is 1st and 15. We're going to get our guys on the field to correct that. And there we go. Like to see some positive yardage here by the Outlaws as Sears remains in the backfield. Listed at linebacker, Ronnie Sears has been playing a good running back so far for the Outlaws. Running up the middle, has been taking a lot of hits. Mathiang will take the snap, roll out to his left side from his back foot, lobs it up, and that's going to be picked off. And then it's going to be intercepted by... That was Donovan Suman who had the interception and brought it all the way back for a Nightmare touchdown. And there is a flag on the field. We'll see if this one's going to come back. And we're still waiting on the umpire here.
Officials making sure they get the calls right tonight.
And that will remain Outlaw ball as it was intercepted, but we're going to have a personal foul on the Nightmare. Actually, it looks like the personal foul did come after the interception.
Quintavious Styles looks like receiver of that penalty.
Nightmare football. So the interception does count, but the personal foul will negate the touchdown. And here we go with Nightmare football at the 33-yard line of the Outlaws. Keeling in the backfield. He has Foxworth next to him. 2 receivers on each side. No tight end. Keeling hands it off to Foxworth. Foxworth goes up the middle, makes a cut. He's got room in front of him. He brings it down to the 25-20. Stiffs arms one. Another man spins around and taken down at about the 21-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down for the Nightmare.
Foxworth with the great footwork tonight, not being able to get stopped by anybody, churning the legs, breaking tackles. Not an easy man to stop tonight.
Oh, Foxworth has been all over the field. He's looked like a NFL running back out there. He's been making hard cuts, spin moves, stiff arms. He's been doing it all out there once he's gotten the football. And the Nightmare are going to have the ball at the 21, 1st and 10 with 12 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Keeling will hand it off again to Foxworth as he takes to the left side, makes a couple man miss, cuts it back in, and he's going to get taken down. Fumbles the football. He hops back on it. Right on the out of bounds line. There is a flag on the field. Foxworth again was able to run it up the middle, cut it to the outside. Fumbled for the second time today. He was able to hop back on it though. That's not gonna matter as we have a holding call on the Nightmare, and that will back them up.
Nightmare luckily retaining possession of the football, but unfortunately, the refs are going to take a little bit of the smiles away. 11:50 now in the left in the first half.
And we are back down to the 26-yard line now. This is going to be about 1st and 15 for the Nightmare. On the 26, they lead 26-0. And Keeling again will hand this off to Foxworth going to the left side. He's holding the ball LaShawn McCoy style as he's taken down after a gain of about 8.5. Just holding that ball with the one hand.
Obviously proven to be a little bit of a troubles now that he's had 3 dropped balls now. He's going to have to maybe get that football tucked in a little bit.
Oh, he's holding it like LaShawn McCoy, a running back on my favorite NFL team, is he just holds it with the one hand, and it's so frustrating, but like McCoy, Foxworth is running it well.
The legs are outshowing the arms.
Have not seen a pass in a little while come from this Nightmare team, as Keeling will line up in the shotgun again. He has trips to his right. As he will hand it up. He'll play action and bring it up and take it himself. Trying to get the first down. He is right on the line. I think we were going to have a measurement. And the refs say we do not need a measurement. Keeling got enough on himself, so we're going to have the ball at the 10-yard line. First down for Keeling and the Nightmare.
Nightmare have been fantastic in the red zone tonight. Only 1 stop for the Outlaws so far.
Man in motion for Keeling, who gives it off to Foxworth on the left side, and he's going to be met by a gang of Outlaws. As we saw, Lopez, the defensive back, ended up jumping on the pile and bringing everyone down.
Steven Martinez coming in with the second wave, putting him on the ground finally.
The Outlaws have been able to stop Foxworth when they've had a short field. If Foxworth has space, he's been able to get out in there. But getting in this red zone, everything's tighter, and they've been able to stop him.
Tyler Littau absolutely playing lights out, defense and offense, really showing his defensive capabilities now.
He's been a real team player. He's been playing center and doing it all. As Keeling now again has trips to his right, he will play it Action to Foxworth. He's going to go to his left side and keep it, and he will be taken down at about the 3-yard line. As the no-code nightmare PA announcer, so Matt Keeling, Matty Ice.
I like it.
Yeah. Not wearing the 19. It hasn't been a traditional gunslinger like Matt Ryan has been, but he's been doing nothing but positive so far. No interceptions, only a couple missed passes, and has gotten a good amount of yards in the running game.
Nightmare seem to have found something working with the running game these past couple of drives. We'll see if they stick with it in the red zone here.
Keeling under center this time. Foxworth behind him, trips to the right. 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the second quarter as the Nightmare lead 26-0. Keeling hands it off to Foxworth, who's going to walk it into the end zone, and there's the touchdown for Foxworth. Put another 6 on the board. It will be 32-0 pending the extra point, and that's the second TD for Foxworth.
The Nightmare running just about whatever they want, it seems, whether it's dumping it off in the back of the end zone or running it right up the middle with Foxworth. The Nightmare seem to be running it all.
Pending the extra point, we are 7 points away from going to that mercy rule with the running clock that we saw in game 1 against the Sharks. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good, and that's going to make it 33-0. Nightmare leading the Outlaws with 8:28 remaining in our first half. I've been Jeremy Peischer for Cole Smith. Thank you for watching Rocky Mountain Outlaw Football on the Be On Air Network.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com. Rocky View Dental Care, located
Welcome back to Rocky Mountain Outlaws football, being presented to you by the Colorado Media School on the Be On Air Network. The Outlaws receiving the kickoff after giving up another 7 points, putting the Nightmare up 33-0. Ronnie Sears on the return for the Outlaws, looking like he got it all the way up to the 26-yard line. The Outlaws are going to begin their drive left to right there. Mathiang and company coming back out, looking to make something happen. The running game has been the best part for the Outlaws. The passing, though, the Nightmare have just had an answer for everything, it seems.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding for this Rocky Mountain Outlaw offense, and we know they've put up some points in the past couple weeks. They've been coming together more as an offense, but this Nightmare defense is just exactly what the team name says.
Mathiang handing it off the middle. Looks like there's a little bit of a bobble on the snap. The ball is out. No official call on the field yet. The white man in the white hat says it's going to the Nightmare. Coming up with it, Chris Swift for the Nightmare. Oh, correction. Jamie Adams for the Nightmare, number 2, coming up with a football. Looks like the handoff was snapped by Mathiang and the running back. The pressure may have just been too much for this Outlaws offensive line, meeting him up in the middle.
When it rains, it pours for this Outlaws team. They just haven't been able to put anything together and string together any confidence. As again, on a first down, they turn the ball over. That's 2 consecutive drives.
Keeling and company back out now for the Nightmare. An excellent field position on their 35. On the Outlaws, 25, correction. Keeling looking back to throw. Looking for his deep man. Oh! Nearly has it. Sam Long can't quite pull it in. Wide open in the end zone. Hits him in the chest pad. Bounces back out. The Outlaws with a lucky break there. It's going to reset the downs now for the Nightmare. 2nd and 10 from the 25. The Outlaws got to be wary of those deep passes. The Nightmare, they tried that earlier in this game in the first quarter, trying to go for it again. Easy scores there. The Outlaws say no this time.
That was Lorenzo Perry out there in the back, as it was not a clean catch on the open receiver for the Nightmare, but Perry was able to make that last hit and make sure the ball didn't get caught.
Ball bouncing out to the left side for Foxworth. Foxworth trying to make something happen, carrying that ball pretty loosely again. He's going to make it all the way with a nice gain to, looks like the Outlaws' 6-yard line is where the ball will be placed. Foxworth doing his thing. The Outlaws got to put a man up on Foxworth.
Foxworth again bringing it up the middle. He gets that second level, and that's where he's making these Outlaws linebackers miss. Brought him all the way to the outside. Had to have a stop from the defensive backfield from the Outlaws just to be able to remain sane.
And let's give credit to this Nightmare offensive line being a brick wall for Foxworth, giving him the lanes to run. Keeling back now and shotgun again for the Nightmare. Going to try it again with Foxworth. Foxworth running back up the middle. And it's a score from the officials, the Nightmare. They're going up another 6. 5 scores now for the Nightmare. It's going to be 39-0 with another score. Looks like we're going to be running into the mercy rule here.
If the extra point is good, we will start going to the rolling clock. We'll see if the officials wait till halftime to get that started or if they get it going right away. But Foxworth with his 3rd touchdown, his 3rd consecutive touchdown of this game, as Keeling came out through two touchdown passes to Rankin, 1 to Stiles. Since then, Nightmare have just been handing the ball off to Foxworth.
Nightmare looking like they wanted to start out with the passing, but said, no, we'll stick with the running. Dixon coming out now. He's been automatic tonight. And there's another one. Oh, looks like missed just out to the left side. That's the first one for Dixon in this Nightmare that he's missed. We will stay at 39-0. We will see what the officials want to do about the mercy rule clock now. Maybe perhaps let him play until the second half and go ahead and go from there.
Well, I think Dixon wanted to stick around here a little more. He's having fun watching his friends score points. He's not trying to put it to 40 yet.
We want to have a little fun tonight. It's a beautiful night here at Greeley District 6 Stadium, way up in northern Colorado. Beautiful night. Nice, cool 60 degrees. Just a light breeze, nothing too large. Back again for the Outlaws is Caleb Thornton and Ronnie Sears. So far, the special teams been the highlight for the Outlaws. They seem to get the most ground off these kick returns. We'll see what they can do here. Outlaws looking like they are missing a man, bringing someone in. The big man from the left side, Frankie Garcia. Ball heading right towards Ronnie Sears. He's going to try to make a move up the middle. Great block by the Outlaws, making a move onto the left side now, wide open. Going to be forced out by the Nightmare, not until he gets to his own 35-yard line. The Outlaws going to be set up with 1st and 10, probably with the best field position they've had all night.
Most definitely the best spot they've had so far in this game, as Sears caught that lane on the far side, got a good block, and was able to just turn on the Jets.
I believe it was Steven Martinez on the great block, opening up the lanes for Sears. The special teams, once again, proving they're not afraid to be the highlights for tonight. 7:23 left in the first half. The clock is stopped. The refs, they are going to let him play.
At least until another score by the Nightmare.
For those of you who don't know the mercy rules here for the Colorado Football Conference, if a team is leading by more than 40 points, the clock will go ahead and just run, no stoppage, unless there is a timeout called by either team.
Timeout or an injury, I think.
Mattying back for the Outlaws, looking to screen for the Ledner on the left, finally using the Wildcat formation, but can't get the ball deep enough. Looking for his man, Thornton. Couldn't get there, just short. And the rain, as the rain begins to fall here tonight in Greeley, Colorado, just a light rain, nothing too big. It looks like it might hopefully pass over. The clouds not looking too menacing.
Letner had Thornton open. Had Thornton wide open.
And it looks like we are going to go ahead and bring the players inside as the hail starts coming down here in northern Colorado. Ooh. We are going to go ahead and take a break ourselves. We will come back, however, when we figure out what the situation is and when we start playing football again. The Northern Colorado Nightmare, they lead the Rocky Mountain Outlaws 39-0. Only 7 minutes left in the first half. We will be back. This is Rocky Mountain Outlaws football on the Be On Air Network.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com.
You want spooky, scary, and a ride of terror? Come down to the spirit of Halloween, filled with the scariest and creative costumes, masks, and more. We have costumes for everyone in the family. Come on down.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com.
You want spooky, scary, and a ride of terror? Come down to the spirit of Halloween, filled with the scariest and creative costumes, masks, and more. We have costumes for everyone in the family. Come on down.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com.
You want spooky, scary, and a ride of terror? Come down to the spirit of Halloween, filled with the scariest and creative costumes, masks, and more. We have costumes for everyone in the family. Come on down.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable...
You good? All right, 3, 2. We are back from our quick rain delay. The Rocky Mountain Outlaws and Northern Colorado Nightmare had to go inside for a little bit. Looks like just a little bit of lightning and some hail coming down. It has slowed down. I am no meteorologist, but it does seem like as if the clouds are moving out, slowly moving to the south side here. The Outlaws already ran a quick play, getting a little bit of handing it off to our running back. Just a quick gain of 2 yards. It's going to set him up with 3rd and 8 now on the drive. 6.5 in the first, 6.5 on the clock, 6.5 minutes on the clock in the first half. Excuse me. Mattying back, taking it, looking for a man. Can't quite find anywhere to go, trying to get up the middle, but he's going to be met by multiple Nightmare defenders. It's going to be another stop here for the Northern Colorado Nightmare, another 3 and out. It looks as if the Outlaws, they're going to take their second time out of the night, trying to regroup and see what they want to do here, if they want to punt or go ahead and try that fancy Wildcat formation we've been seeing tonight.
I want to just see more of the look. These runs up the middle, and Matthew hasn't had any time. They tried some trickery, and it worked, except for the execution. They had the man open. They had time to throw the ball. They had the ball to Lettner, who has been the quarterback for some time for this Outlaw team. And he just, I don't know if he hasn't had enough reps at quarterback lately, but he underthrew his man.
Jeff Lettner, he is been your starting quarterback for the Outlaws since they were the Metro State Roadrunners last year and a couple years before that as well. He did receive a small shoulder injury at the end of their last game against the Denver Rage, possibly playing into the coach's decision to put him at wide receiver. The Outlaws trying to bring Thornton in on the motion from the right side, handing it off to him, but met right in the middle by some Nightmare defenders. The Outlaws offensive line broke right apart in the middle. It's going to be a turnover on downs. The Nightmare, they're going to get the ball with excellent field position once again as we wind down still here in the first half with just 6 minutes left on the clock. The Outlaws now officially out of timeout. So we will see how that plays for them in the second half. The Nightmare, they still have all three of theirs on the board. The Nightmare leading your Outlaws 39-0, just 1 point away from the CFC Mercy Rule. Looks as if the Outlaws got the first down. They moved the chains for them. The Outlaws, they're going to go ahead and restart on their own 48.
I think they have some room.
Mattiak trying to find some room on the left side, tripped up by, looks as if Octavius Stiles on the stop. Correction, Austin Hassler, number 6 on the stop for the Nightmare. Getting Mattiak just under the legs as he's had some green grass looking for him on the left side. Only a gain of 4, though, for the Outlaws. It's going to be 2nd and 6 now.
I think he had a running room. He was able to execute and get, you get 4 yards every play, you're going to get some first downs. I would like to see the continue of this quarterback run game.
The Outlaws finally utilizing their passing game here. Worked great for them against the Raids. They're going to try to get it going now. Quick pass out to the left side from Mattiang. Looking like he found his receiver. Jeff Lettner, quarterback for the Outlaws, making a nice catch. Perhaps the Nightmare just not paying that much attention to the quarterback on the left side.
We have a drive going now. 2 first downs on this drive. The first 2 of this game for the Outlaws.
The Outlaws are on the move now. They're on the Nightmare side of the football field for the first time this night. Driving now on the Nightmares 41. 2 backs with Mathiang for the Outlaws. Handing it off to Sears for the right side, trying to make something happen. He's met right away, though. Looks like he did get a little bit of a gain. Looks like just a yard, though. It's going to set up 2nd and 9 for the Outlaws. I have noticed Lettner and Mathiang are lining up together in the huddle, perhaps going over plays together. Tyler Littau, your center for the Outlaws. He's been playing just about everywhere tonight. He has been the Outlaws' yes man and yet the highlight of tonight and been just spectacular to watch. Mattiang back in the shotgun. They're going to motion Jeff from the left side, running out, handing it off to the middle for Sears. Can't quite make anything happen, though. He's going to be stopped once again by the Nightmare. Joe Gunn for the Nightmare on the stop, defensive end. The Nightmare defensive line absolutely controlling the line of scrimmage. Nothing being let up easy up the middle. Nothing easy being let up the middle. The Outlaws having to rely on the edge of the field. You got Lettner and Thornton on either side for the receiving core. 2 slot receivers as well. Mattiang looking out to his right side, finding Thornton. Great grab. Going to be stopped immediately, though, by the Nightmare, but not after a nice gain of about 6 yards. That's going to set up the Outlaws with 4th and 2 to go. Perfect distance if they want to go ahead and keep this drive moving. They really need to get at least a field goal up on this board if they want to have a chance coming into the second half.
It's 4th and 2 at the 32. This will be about a 49, 50-yard field goal, and that might be too tough to put on a semi-pro football kicker.
Nick Brady, he's pretty great and pretty automatic, but from plus 40 yards, they might keep it safe and run for it and try to get this first down.
It's also been extremely windy here today.
The rain has started to pick up. The weather getting a little fiercer tonight. The snap, looking like there's a bit of a delay from both sides. Can't get the ball out. Looks like he was trying to find his man, Lorenzo Perry. Can't quite get it, though. Nearly picked off by the Nightmare. It's going to be a turnover on downs. The Nightmare, they're going to get it right back, stopping a spectacular Outlaws drive. The Outlaws looking like they almost had something. Is it anything to maybe take into their next drive? if they get the ball back once more before we head into halftime. The Nightmare, they're definitely going to look to kill some clock here. Expect to see Foxworth get a few extra carries. The referee's having a little powwow up in the middle. The ball will be placed on the Nightmare 33-yard line on the bottom side of your television screen.
They have 1:57 left in this first half. So through the 2-minute warning, but they do have all 3 of their timeouts remaining.
Nightmare handing off to Foxworth, trying to make something happen. Oh, correction. Number 29, I don't have him on our board. Oh, 28. Autry Baskin from playing last year with the Loveland Elite, a new addition for the Nightmare. He's looking to get some reps now that Foxworth has been running all day. Might be looking to get the running back by committee going now.
Baskin was playing fullback earlier, getting to line up a little bit further now.
Back at quarterback for the Nightmares, Colton Taylor looking for his man, Quintavious Styles. He's going to find him. The Outlaws can't quite wrap him up. He's going to run it all the way down into the end zone. Another score for the Nightmare. That's going to put him up another 6 points. That's going to be 45-0 for the Nightmare.
There was a late flag thrown by the judge on the line, on the goal line.
It looks as if we also have a Outlaw down on the far top left of the field. They're going to take a quick timeout and get everything hashed out now. We'll go ahead and take a quick break as well as we get everything figured out. And as if we see we'll be going for the extra point. Let's take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. This is Rocky Mountain Outlaws football on the Be On Air Network.
I used to dream about when I was young. Travel the world on a bicycle.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com.
You want spooky, scary, and a ride of terror? Come down to the spirit of Halloween, filled with the scariest and creative costumes, masks.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Rocky Mountain Outlaws football, being presented to you by the Colorado Media School and the Be On Air Network. The Nightmare, they're on the move after a nice little catch by Quintavious Styles, celebrating on the run there, getting a little happy feet. The Nightmare looking to score after the penalty. Colton Taylor for the Nightmare looking to make something happen. Running up, getting the first down. He's going to set up the Nightmare with 1st and goal now. The penalty on the last play was on Quintavious Styles. Looks as if maybe it's just a personal foul for about 10 yards.
It looked like he was celebrating long before he was in the end zone. He ended up being caught by the Outlaw. I think he stepped out of bounds right at the half-yard line and then got that personal foul for excessive celebration.
Outlaw also down on the play, which was Rosito Lopez,
who made the stop.
The Nightmare now handing it off to Autry Baskin, trying to make something happen, getting his own score, and the officials call it. That's another touchdown for the Nightmare, now putting him up 45-0 over the Rocky Mountain Outlaws. We will see if the referees want to go ahead and start implementing that mercy rule and get this clock, start killing some clock, get these fans home out of this rain.
Only 49 seconds until halftime.
Dave Dixon out to kick the extra point for the Nightmare. He missed his last go-around, We'll see if the wind is starting to play a factor on the on the kicking team. Snap is there, and it's up and good for Dixon. It's going to put up the Nightmare an extra point, 46-0. 49 seconds left in the first half. We will go ahead and kick off to the Outlaws. We'll see what they want to do with 0 timeouts left on the board. They want to try and go ahead and score. Let's take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. The action will return. This is Rocky Mountain Outlaws football on the Be On Air Network.
I used to dream about when I was young. Travel the world on a bicycle.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs.
3, 2, 1, go. Welcome back. We're here to close out the first half of Northern Colorado Nightmare and Rocky Mountain Outlaws football. Squib kick by the Nightmare, trying to get the play going, get some clock killed. Taking it out is Sears for the Outlaws. Trying to make something happen up the middle, but he's going to be met by a team of Nightmare. It's going to be stopped back just past his 10-yard line. Looks like the line judge is actually going to mark him just past the 15 on the 16-yard line. Setting up 1st and 10 now for the Outlaws. 40 seconds now left on the clock. 0 timeouts for the Outlaws. We'll see if they try to hurry up the offense or just try to go ahead and get it in one go.
If I was the Outlaws, I would just run out the clock here, go to halftime, regroup, realize we're probably not going to be able to come back in this game, but let's fight a little bit. Let's get some points on the board.
Some kind of motivation going into the locker room would be nice. The Outlaws, they aren't quite out of it yet, but it's definitely starting to look bleak. They need to make something happen come out strong in this second half. Matty Yang still back for the Outlaws. Looking for his man.
That's Levi Reed, the tight end, it looks like. Nope.
Zachary Lay, number 20, for the Outlaws, making the catch. That's his first catch of the night.
He's got a body type of a tight end. I thought it was Levi Reed.
The Outlaws are going to go ahead in the hurry up. 25 seconds now and counting in the first half. And they're going to spike and try to kill some clock. Matty Yang. Matty Yang and the Outlaws, they're going to try to get some kind of points here. They're not going to go into this first half with a goose egg. They want to make something happen. They're going to regroup now, reset now on 2nd and 10.
How about Jesse Juniors there for the Nightmare, picking up the spiked ball and running with it, just in case.
You never know. We just trying to get this clock running a little bit.
Just in case you have one of those refs that's never seen a spiked ball before.
The Outlaws now back in the shotgun. Matty Yang looking to throw. He's going to try to make something happen under pressure. Gets just back to the line of scrimmage, maybe just a little past. Gets it to the Rocky Mountain Outlaws 40.
8 seconds and counting on this clock in the first half.
And it looks as if the Outlaws are going to go ahead and just head straight into the locker room. Not going to run one more play. And that is it for the first half of Rocky Mountain Outlaws football. It has been an exciting first half. Lots of scoring for the Nightmare. The Outlaws looking to make something happen. Can't quite get the defense clicking. The offense getting a few breathers there and then. Getting nice running game going their last couple of drives. A nice drive, their last 2 drives, getting down to the Nightmare's other side of the field, but nothing they can work with quite yet. We'll see what they can do here in the second half. As we go to a quick break ourselves, we'll take our own halftime, but we will return. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to Rocky Mountain Outlaws football on the Be On Air Network.
was young. Travel the world on a bicycle.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com.
You want spooky, scary, and a ride of terror? Come down to the spirit of Halloween, filled with the scariest and creative costumes, masks, and more. We have costumes for everyone in the family. Come on down.
Young, travel the world on a bicycle.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com.
You want spooky, scary, and a ride of terror? Come down to the spirit of Halloween, filled with the scariest and creative costumes, masks, and more. We have costumes for everyone in the family. Come on down.
Young, travel the world on a bicycle.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com.
You want spooky, scary, and a ride of terror? Come down to the spirit of Halloween, filled with the scariest and creative costumes, masks, and more. We have costumes for everyone in the family. Come on down.
Think about things I used to dream about when I was young. Travel the world on a bicycle.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com.
You want spooky, scary, and a ride of terror? Come down to the spirit of Halloween, filled with the scariest and creative costumes, masks, and more. We have costumes for everyone in the family. Come on down.
Think about things I used to dream about when I was young. Travel the world on a bicycle.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com.
You want spooky, scary, and a ride of terror? Come down to the spirit of Halloween, filled with the scariest and creative costumes, masks, and more. We have costumes for everyone in the family. Come on down.
Think about things I used to dream about when I was young. Travel the
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com.
You want spooky, scary, and a ride of terror? Come down to the spirit of Halloween, filled with the scariest and creative costumes, masks, and more. We have costumes for everyone in the family. Come on down.
Welcome back from halftime. You are listening to the Rocky Mountain Outlaws football broadcast being presented to you by the fine students of the Colorado Media School. My name is Cole Smith, and I'm joined by my color man, Jeremy Peischer. Jeremy, the Rocky Mountain Outlaws struggling in the first half, but if it's anything like last week, maybe we can flip that coin and get something going, maybe get a bit of a football game.
Coach Cobb had his team out there. He brought them out pretty early, thinking they're going over a few more defensive schemes, trying to make some stops. They will be kicking the ball off to the Nightmare to start off this second half.
We'll see what was discussed over in the locker room with the Outlaws. As for the Nightmare, they just want to keep the gas pedal down, floor to the pedal to the metal. 46-0 over the Outlaws. We're going to go ahead and kick everything off. The countdown on the scoreboard. The Outlaws, they'll be driving from right to left on your or they'll be kicking off right to left on your football screen. The Nightmare, we will see if they continue with their quarterback switch. Colton Taylor finishing out the first half for the Nightmare at quarterback. We'll see what changes they continue to make.
Well, the Nightmare is certainly having fun being up 46-0. They're out there dancing for this kickoff, and I understand they're having a good time. This clock should probably be rolling if the refs have accepted the usual mercy rules for the Colorado Football Conference. We'll have 30 minutes left of football.
I do believe we'll go ahead and wait till the kickoff here for that clock to go ahead and start moving. The rain is coming down slightly, a nice little mist, nothing like it was earlier in the second quarter. The weather looks slightly clearing up, lightning off in the distance, but nothing that's going to threaten this football game here at Greeley District 6 Stadium, the Boneyard for the Northern Colorado Nightmare. And here we go. Finally out to kickoff is the Rocky Mountain Outlaws. Nick Brady back to return for the to return for the Nightmare is Trent Fahrenbrook. A short kick to the right side for the Outlaws. Looking like they're trying to get the ball back. Perhaps maybe a deep onside kick. We'll wait for the official ruling. Looks like the Nightmare did retain possession. They'll start this drive off on their own 40-yard line. 1st and 10. The Nightmare will see if they want to go ahead and lean back on this running back game. Autry Baskins coming in at running back at the end of the first half, giving Foxworth some much-needed time rest. He was running all over this Outlaws defense. We'll see if the Outlaws have any kind of adjustments.
I like what Coach Cobb and the Outlaws did right there. Trying the long onside. They faked the short outside with Brady, had another kicker come in, and it was very close for them to get possession on the Nightmare side of the field. So we have some...
Looks like as if we may have a timeout. The referee's looking like they need to discuss something.
It was recovered by the Nightmare. We're confirming. And that clock is running now as we've been settling everything down. We've already lost 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Mercy rule is in effect for tonight. We want to try to get some of these fans home before it gets much colder. Don't want anybody getting sick on this beautiful weekend. Andrew Landry, your man in the white hat, giving us the call there. The Nightmare, they're going to start with the ball on the top of your screen, their own 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Colton Taylor back for the Nightmare. He is going to be your quarterback for the second half. Handing it off to Autry Baskins, trying to make something happen up the middle. Can't quite get anything. It's going to be a short gain, just about 4 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 6 now for the Northern Colorado Nightmare. The Outlaws looking to get a couple more stops, trying to keep them from getting on down their side of the field.
Colton Taylor taking over that quarterback spot after a great game from Keeling. Just got to imagine they're trying to get their backup some reps in case Keeling ever goes down at the end of the season.
And you don't want your star quarterback to be getting hurt in a game that you have quite in hand. The Nightmare looking like having some trouble in the backfield is Colton Taylor getting it out to his man, number 82, Dustin Dickinson, their tight end, with a great catch, muscling it up to the other side of the Outlaws field, getting it out to the 36-yard line. It looked like it'll be where the rest will mark it.
Colton Taylor had 3 Outlaws right in his face. He was able to throw off his back foot to his open tight end. And now we have another Nightmare first down.
Dustin plucking that ball right out, muscling it away from the Outlaw defenders. Colton Taylor back again. Rolling out to his right side, looking to pass. Finds his man, Tanner Schnurr, but can't quite hold on to it. It's going to bounce out. Incomplete for the Nightmare. The Outlaws getting a little bit of a break there. That would have been a nice gain of about 8, but it's going to be negated to bring it back all the way to the Outlaws, 38.
Taylor
37, excuse
had
me.
Schnurr open. Schnurr unable to catch that wet ball as it is still raining a little bit.
Starting to see some effects of the weather now. Handing it off to Autry Baskins, finding a great room up the middle, sneaking by the Outlaw defenders. A nice gain of plus 10 yards, taking it all the way to looks like it'll be marked at the 24-yard line and resetting the chains for the Nightmare. The Nightmare on the move now, continuing to pound the ball with the rushing game.
There was a flag on the field.
We'll get the call from Andrew.
Looks like we are going to move that ball back.
That is Trevor Barrett for the Northern Colorado Nightmare. New to the team this year. Last year, Barrett was a Loveland Elite on the other semi-pro conference here in Colorado, trying to make the move to help these Nightmare get a championship on their 2019 Revenge Tour. Handing it off to Baskins once again, trying to make something happen up the middle, but he's going to be met by a group of Outlaws. Not going to be able to get the distance they want. It's going to be 3rd down and long to go still. Officially, 3rd and 14 left to go. The ball will be placed on the Outlaws' 40-yard line, exactly on the left hash. Taylor and Keeling in the backfield shotgun once again for the Nightmare. 2 receivers set on the bottom of your screen. Nightmare looking out, rolling to the right, trying to look for his man. Can't quite find him. Quintavious Styles looking for another great catch, looking for another score. Not looking on celebrating on that play.
Ball was there. Taylor placed it in the right position. Styles just not able to go over the defender. And we're going to have another stop here by the Outlaws, but it looks like Taylor's going to stay on the field.
Colton Taylor is running back out there to lead the Nightmare. It doesn't look like they want to risk punting it with the weather and the rain off right now. Don't want to give the Outlaws any kind of good field position. Nightmare now, it is 4th and 13 on the Outlaws 40-yard line. Taylor looking to pass. Plenty of time. Passing to his receiver. Number 11 on the play. Samuel Long. Can't quite connect with him, though. It's going to be a turnover on downs. The Outlaws finally getting a great stop to start out this second half. Let's see what they can do now to get points. The Outlaws, sorry, Mike turned off there. We lost our color guy. Jeremy Peischer had to rush to a quick phone call. The clock still running down now with Mercy Rule in the CFC. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. The Nightmare still leads your Rocky Mountain Outlaws 46-0. The Outlaws looking to make something happen with their first drive in the second half. Matty Yang still in the backfield for the Outlaws. Looking to pass. Oh, nearly picked off by the Nightmare. Marquez Harvey reading the play. Can't quite pull it in with the hands, though. It's going to be an incomplete pass. We're going to reset for the Outlaws. It's going to be 2nd and 10 on their 40-yard line. Got to be much more careful with the football there. Dangerous pass over the center of the field. Mike Shepard of the Nightmare doing excellent work on the PA side. The music has been bumping tonight. The Outlaws back in the shotgun. Matty Yang looking for his man. Screen out to the left side. Getting it out to his running back, Ronnie Sears. Ronnie Sears can't quite make anything happen with it, though. Going to be met by a team of Nightmare. It's going to be a loss of yardage for the Outlaws now. Deep back. It's going to be 3rd and 17 now for the Outlaws to go. Much more yardage to gain if they want to keep this drive alive. Lightning starting to strike out in the southeast side of the stadium. We will keep monitoring that and see what the officials want to do here, especially with Mercy Rule in effect now. The Nightmare are definitely having fun on the sidelines now. 6 minutes left on the clock for the third quarter. Mattying in the shotgun now. 3 receivers on the top side of your screen. Rolling out to the right side is Mattying, trying to make something happen with it. He's going to run with it. Met instantly by a Nightmare defender with the stop. Octavius Styles, the highlight man of tonight for the Nightmare. Mattying had absolutely nowhere to go with the football. The Outlaws, they're going to be stuffed and looking at a long 4th down conversion now. We'll see if they want to go ahead and try the punt.
Looks like they are lined up to punt.
Oh, welcome back, Jeremy Peischer, our color man, returning for us.
You know, when the wife calls,
you gotta accept that phone call. You gotta accept
punt.
the fake punt for the Outlaws. Looking like there is dirty laundry on the play. We will see what the official ruling is.
If that was an interception, they're gonna lose yardage. The Nightmare will, at least, as it was 4th down. And it looks like the Nightmare are going to decline that penalty.
Illegal man downfield. That is the second time this has happened on this Outlaw special teams crew. Trying with that fancy special Wildcat play. Can't quite get it to work in their favor thus far, though.
Yeah, as we saw, again, they had the fake punt, and It had a man open. The pass wasn't completed, but there was a chance, but it would have been negated either way with that illegal man downfield penalty.
But now the Nightmare are going to have the ball in much better field position than they left it before. The ball hasn't even moved much since the Nightmare last had it in their last drive. Going to start now on the 35-yard line. Taylor back, handing it off to his running back, Izzy Hernandez. Number 25, the new man in the backfield, making great room out into the left side. It's going to move the sticks for the Nightmare. Going to be officially ruled down at the 22-yard line for the Outlaws. That puts them in the red zone.
Running back by committee now here in the second half, and this Nightmare offensive line continues to open up holes. It doesn't matter who's back there.
Izzy Hernandez, typically a receiver. He's trying to get some reps now at running back.
Yeah,
Looks as if we had dirty laundry right before the play. We'll get the call.
came in from the back judge.
False start from the defense. So it looked like number 57 on the call.
That is not a penalty, as far as I'm concerned, unless you either there's a neutral zone infraction. If a lineman moves and forces the offensive lineman to move, then that's a neutral zone infraction, or an encroachment where the lineman comes and touches the offensive lineman.
And the Nightmare handing it off straight to their new man, Izzy Hernandez, running it out to the right side with plenty of room. The Outlaws, unable to get the stop. He's going to run it all the way past their 10-yard line. Looks like there is some confusion on the field.
Mascarenas is claiming that he stripped the ball and recovered the fumble.
No official ruling from the refs as of yet. Looks as if the Nightmare will retain possession on the Outlaws' 10-yard line. We'll see what they can do here. Colton Taylor back in the shotgun. Looks like some movement from the linebackers. No flags yet. Handing it off to Autry Baskins, number 28 for the Nightmare. Back out on the field, trying to get the legs moving. Can't get it past to break the plane, though. He's going to be stopped at the 1-yard line.
I'm still confused by that false start on the defense penalty. I'm just saying. I've never seen that happen before.
Bit of a mistake from the play-by-play man's part.
That's if you want to come to the Colorado Media, if you want to do play-by-play, color commentary, be on the radio, be on TV, whatever you want to do, check out the Colorado Media School at beonair.com, because you can do this just like we are. You can call football games. But I was at a basketball tournament last week doing some play-by-play and color on that, and there was multiple times just the ref used illegal use of the hands instead of a reach-in, instead of a push. The ref was just using illegal use of the hand, so maybe that's what that false start is.
And this is the time for us all to practice, not just here on the broadcast, but also for the referees and the players as well, getting nice reps and getting used to this game we all love called football. Just nearing the 2-minute mark in the third quarter now for the Nightmare. Nightmare handing it off to his running back, Izzy Hernandez, once again, going to break the plane too. That's another score for the Northern Colorado Nightmare, putting them up now 52-0, excuse me, for the Nightmare. They'll be looking to add the extra point as well as that clock continues to click down. Minute and a half left now in the third quarter. The kicker now, Dave Dixon, coming out for the Nightmare. He's been automatic, only missing one so far tonight. The Nightmare starting to have some fun with their lead. Storm Fox holding for the Nightmare. The snap low and good, and the kick is up and good. Adding the extra point for the Nightmare. That's going to make it 53-0. The Nightmare, they're going to kick off to the Outlaws. Only can imagine Thornton and Ronnie Sears will be back to receive. We'll see what the Outlaws can do here. Clock finally clicking down within their last 50 seconds. Let's hit a quick break, but don't go anywhere. The action will be right back on the Rocky Mountain Outlaws Network. For the
Think about things I
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients.
Welcome back to Rocky Mountain Outlaws football, being presented to you by the Colorado Media School on the Be On Air Network. We have a excellent team waiting for you here. We're getting ready for the kickoff, but it looks like the referees are going to go ahead and let the clock run down. We are now in the fourth quarter. The Northern Colorado Nightmare, they lead the Rocky Mountain Outlaws 53-0. We'll take a quick break ourselves while they switch sides here. Thank you for joining us, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Rocky Mountain Outlaws football on the Be On Air Network.
You want spooky, scary, and a ride of terror? Come down to the spirit of Halloween, filled with the scariest and creative costumes, masks, and more. We have costumes.
Welcome back to Rocky Mountain Outlaws football. We got everything situated now, and the Nightmare ready to kick off. Going back deep, bobbled on the reception is Sears, trying to make something happen now. He's going to be tripped up by the Nightmare down just before he can get to his own 15-yard line. The Nightmare keeping up the pressure, putting up a nice stop. It's going to be Mattiang now coming back out for the Outlaws, trying to make something happen. The score, a little bit out of hand at this moment with just 15 minutes left in this ball game, but the Outlaws still looking to make something happen and something they can take into next week as they host the Flames coming to Shea Stadium. Be sure to join us next weekend, next Saturday at 5 p.m., at 7 p.m. as the next week the Outlaws will host the Flames at Shea Stadium at 6 p.m. June 15th, Saturday. Trying to read all of our notes here late in this game.
We have a whole bunch of them.
A whole bunch of them.
A lot of scoring.
A lot of scoring and a lot going on in this game. The Rocky Mountain Outlaws, they're going to start their drive on their own 15-yard line, 1st and 10 on the bottom of your screen. Mattiak looking to pass, under pressure, going to step up in the pocket. Can't quite get away. He's going to be wrestled down by the Nightmare. On the sack is number 42. Number 47 from our PA announcer, Jesse Dunez, the defensive end for the Northern Colorado Nightmare. Again, this Northern NoCo Nightmare defensive line causing havoc for the Rocky Mountain Outlaws. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now for the Outlaws. Bit of a loss of yardage, not enough to make it a full count. Outlaws back in the shotgun. Rolling out to his right side, looking for his man Thornton. He's going to grab him, it looks like. They're going to mark it as a catch at the 19-yard line for the Outlaws. A nice little gain. Moving the ball just before the 20-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 6 to go.
Hard to see if Mathian completed that pass to Thornton, as we are at the back of Thornton. Didn't quite see it. We do not have any instant replay.
And it looks as if the Outlaws are going to go ahead and use the Outlaws are going to, in fact, use their first time out here. They want to take some time and think about this. Thornton with the great catch. Like you said, though, Jeremy, I'm not sure if he caught that football. We had a bit to our backs of the angle. Unfortunately, no instant replay down in the semi-pro league. I guess we don't have to worry about those missed no calls.
I'm going to trust that Thornton made the catch. I want our guy to get the catch there. He's been working hard all game. He's been doing the kickoff, kick returns. He's been all over.
You'd have to imagine also the referees allowing a little bit more slip-ups to let this game go ahead and keep on moving.
I noticed as we were coming back from the drive last time that the Nightmare bench is full. There's guys lined up all the way down the field. Only a couple of guys on the Outlaws bench this week. They've been playing with a thin squad.
Unfortunately, the Outlaws are slightly thinned down thanks to a scrimmage or brawl, you could say, last week against their loss to the Rage, 4 athletes are on suspension for this week, not playing, and a lot of those athletes are key players for this Outlaws squad. The Nightmare coming down with the sack. Number 33, Quentin McCoy, linebacker for the Nightmare, coming in hot to take down Madioch for the sack. The Outlaws, that's the second sack they've given up this drive. It's going to set up now 4th and long, very long, 4th and 8. Okay, all right. 4th and 8 now for the Outlaws. Nick Brady, correction, Jeff Letner once again back out to punt. Maybe some Wildcat formation. Nope, there it is. It's going deep. Best punt of the night so far. Way past the 50. Nightmare are going to fumble the football. Number 16 is going to make something happen with it. Ulysses Boatwright trying to do something. He's still not down. The Outlaws can't quite wrap him up. Moving around, finally spin down, taken down by the man, number 5, Tyler Littow for the Outlaws, but not after making quite a few white jerseys miss.
That was Ulysses Boatwright, and he did not want to give up his punt return. Bobbled the catch a little bit, picked it up, ran to the right, took 2 Outlaws defenders with him before spinning off both of them, and it took another 2 Outlaws to get him down.
Making something good happen out of a bad situation for the Nightmare. Colton Taylor back out at quarterback. Got 2 receivers set on the top of your screen. Gonna go ahead and keep it with the running man. Izzy Hernandez getting another carry for him, trying to find some room up the middle. Dirty laundry out on the play. The Outlaws sideline rather upset on that call. We'll see what the official ruling is. Not quite sure what the ruling was there. A little difficult to hear the referee official.
The Outlaws were claiming there was a fumble. Ref saying the runner was down before the ball was out.
Northern Colorado Nightmare handing it off to Samuel Long on the motion from the right side, trying to make something happen on the left. He's going to be forced out on the Outlaws' 25-yard line. That's going to move the sticks, however, resetting the Nightmare 1st and 10.
Little wide receiver off tackle as Long came over from the right side in motion, took the handoff, and broke it off for a first down.
The Nightmare now on the move, handing it off back to Foxworth. Foxworth finding great room up the middle. No one's going to even touch him. That's a touchdown for the Nightmare, putting him up another 6 points. That's going to be 59-0. Just kick off this 4th quarter.
And that's actually going to be Baskins on that one. It looked like Foxworth.
Correction, yes.
They look pretty similar, except for Baskins got the little white shirt tucking out from underneath.
Kind of hard to see that 8 and 5 from the different running backs by committee now.
As that silver on the black looks cool, hard to detect. Just looks like a lot of black from far away.
Exactly. Much like an old Raiders team I used to know. The kick is up and good for the Nightmare. No good. Oh, excuse me. No good for Dave Dixon and the Nightmare. It looks like there is a player down. Looks like it got handled relatively quickly, though. Just shook up on the play. That's going to keep the Nightmare at 59 points, however, keeping them from the 60. The Outlaws, though, still with the goose egg on the board. They're looking to at least get something here to where they're not shut out this game.
They have 8.5 minutes left. No stoppages unless they use their timeouts. I think there's some potential.
You have Thornton and Sears in the backfield once again for the Outlaws. Once again, this special teams crew for the Outlaws has been rather fantastic, and actually the bright side of this, the bright side of this whole game for this Outlaws crew, very minimal mistakes except on the punting side of the ball. Dave Dixon now to kick the football for the Nightmare. Another bobbled recovery for Sears, Going to try to make something happen anyway, trying to spin out away from the Nightmare defenders, but can't make anything happen. He's going to be brought down at the Outlaws' 18-yard line. Matioc and company back out for the Outlaws. Like once again, 7.5 left in this game. No points for the Outlaws. You would have to imagine they don't want to go home with a goose egg.
Not again. Not again. We've seen this happen in week 1 where the Denver Sharks came out and put a buttload of points on them.
The Sharks' official score of 61-0 on the Outlaws in week 1. Unfortunately, some bad memories right now for this Rocky Mountain group.
Here we go. 7 minutes left. You have Thornton. You have Lettner. They have some playmakers out there. I want to see what Mathiang can do. Maybe they haven't really chucked one deep yet. Mathiang hasn't had the time to do it necessarily.
They did try with Jeff Lettner on some key Wildcat fakes, but nothing they can quite put together to put 6 points on the board.
Maybe it's me. It might be me. Anytime I've been on this call, it's not been going great for the Outlaws.
Matioc, he's going to go ahead and keep it on the fake to Sears, trying to make something happen, getting up the middle to the Outlaws 20. It's going to be about 4 yards to go till they can move the sticks themselves. The Outlaws trying to pull some tricks out of the bag, trying to get any kind of yardage they can. 6 minutes left now in this game.
Mathiang with the play action took it himself off the middle.
The Outlaws, they've been in shotgun all night. We have yet to see them line up under center.
You are correct, Cole, but the thing we talked about at the beginning of the game was the snaps, and the snaps have been under control this week.
Surprising without their key center. Handoff to their running back, Ronnie Sears. He can't make anything happen, though. He's going to be stopped almost immediately by the Northern Colorado Nightmare for a loss even of roughly 2 yards. They're going to have to work some more to get this first down. It's going to be 3rd and about 7 to go. Looks like we do have a timeout from the Outlaws. We're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout ourselves, but don't go away anywhere. We have 5 minutes left in this game. The Northern Colorado Nightmare, they lead the Rocky Mountain Outlaws 59-0. We'll be back on the Be On Air Network.
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com.
You want spooky, scary, and a ride of terror? Come down to the spirit of Halloween, filled with the scariest and creative costumes, masks, and...
Welcome back to Rocky Mountain Outlaws football, being presented to you by the Colorado Media School. The Rocky Mountain Outlaws, they're on the move now, trying to get a first down. It's 3rd and long for him to go. Matioc going to try to keep it up the middle, but he's going to be hit hard by the Northern Colorado Nightmare. Izzy Hernandez looking like the man on the, or Matt Olson, excuse me, the safety for the Nightmare on the stop.
Gonna move the chains, though.
Good. It is going to move the chains for the Rocky Mountain Outlaws. They're going to be set up with a new set of downs on the 24-yard line. The Outlaws now on the move, going ahead and just using the legs with Matioc, trying to make something happen at that quarterback position. Again, we would like to remind you to join us next week for our broadcast with Steve Weed Media and the Colorado Media School on June 15th, where the Rocky Mountain Outlaws will take on the Colorado Flames home at Shea Stadium at 6 p.m. June 15th. We want to see you there. The Outlaws looking to pass. Looking for his man. Oh, to the left side over the field, but that's going to be intercepted by the Nightmare. He looked like the knees did hit the ground. He's going to be down. Not going to be able to run it all the way back for the green like he thought. Then going to be turnover for the Nightmare. They're looking to kill the rest of this clock. 4 minutes left in this game. It's looking as if this is the home stretch now for the Nightmare.
just an overthrow by Matthew. He hasn't had any time, though, to sit back there and be able to go through his reads as he just a little too high. It hit maybe the fingertips of his receiver, but then it was intercepted. And
it was a rough pass over the middle. No time to set up and get his feet underneath him. The pass was just a Hail Mary down the field. Northern Colorado Nightmare handing it off to the running back, Izzy Hernandez, once again back out there. Running back committee once again for the Nightmare. They'll see how many switches they make. Where's that?
Quick switch by the refs there. They were not taking any time on the change of possession.
Handing it off once again to Hernandez. Trying to make some room on the left side. Gets it. Can't quite get taken down by the Outlaws. The Outlaws with some poor tackling. Going to get all the way down to their on the Outlaws 11-yard line. Looks like where the refs will mark it. Saying hello to our PA announcer, Mike Shepard, on the other side of the glass for the Northern Colorado Nightmare. Doing a fantastic job tonight.
He sounded great. Love the enthusiasm.
The Nightmare handing it off once again to the running back, but he's going to be stopped in the backfield this time. Nowhere to go. The Outlaws with the stop. Raul Argueta on the defensive line for the Outlaws on the stop there.
Some good sportsmanship I just saw there as Fernandez got taken down. He congratulated the Outlaws on making a good play. Hard to see that at the end instead of a scuffle.
The Outlaw Nightmare trying to make something happen once again with the running game. This time handing it off to number 25 again. Izzy Hernandez still keeping him out there. Trying to get him some more reps at running back. Can't quite find the room, though. The Outlaws putting up the pressure here in the red zone. We have reached the 2-minute warning now here in this game. 59-0 is our score. The Northern Colorado Nightmare lead the Rocky Mountain Outlaws, and it's looking like this game is all but over.
If it wasn't, we'd be on the news tomorrow, Cole. I mean, if
it would be one massive comeback that would even dwarf a certain Boston team that I know.
I mean, I think the Bills are known for the biggest comeback in football for talking that over the Houston Oilers back in the day.
Atlanta Falcons, New England Patriots game.
Oh, that's the one you're talking about in the Super Bowl. Well, that's just disappointing. No one wants to talk about how Boston wins championships all the time.
Bruins, though, on the bottom half of their Stanley Cup final. The Blues looking like they're trying to seal it in St. Louis. The Nightmare now out, trying to get the passing game going now, looking deep to pass, nearly intercepted by the Rocky Mountain Outlaws. Could have been the highlight of the game, but dropped. Hit him just in the shoulder, hit him just in the chest plate. Looks like it is our man, Caleb Thornton, once again, just making highlight plays after highlight play tonight.
As the final countdown is coming in from the
Nightmare are absolutely enjoying this lead they have here at home. First home game the Nightmare have had for a while. You had to have known they would come out swinging. Nightmare looking like he's under pressure. Number 8, Colton Taylor, under pressure, trying to make something happen, running up the middle. Can't get anything to go. The Outlaws are going to get the stop after a small gain. Looking like we do have a player down on the field once again. It is an Outlaw. We'll try to get a number for you here soon. We'll take a quick time out as we try to figure out what's going on. He looks to be in. We'll go ahead and take a quick break as well while we get this sort of hashed out. We only have 1:05 left in this game, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back to wrap it all up. You're listening to Rocky Mountain Outlaws football on the Be On Air Network.
I used to dream about when I was young. Travel the world
Rocky View Dental Care, located at 1 West Dry Creek Circle, Littleton, Colorado. By combining quality patient care with up-to-date technology, we are able to treat patients of all ages in a comfortable and relaxing setting. Our services cover a wide array of needs for any patient, from a simple checkup to crowns and dentures or a dental emergency. We understand that patients can feel anxious when going to the dentist, and our staff will take the time to listen to all of your concerns to help you understand exactly what your procedure is going to be like. Schedule an appointment today by visiting RockyViewDentalCare.com.
You want spooky, scary, and a ride of terror? Come down to the spirit of Halloween, filled with the scariest and creative costumes, masks, and more. We have costumes for everyone in the family. Come on down.
Welcome back to Rocky Mountain Outlaws football, being presented to you by the fine students of the Colorado Media School, doing just absolutely fantastic work. We can't thank you guys enough. Jeremiah Knife joining us on the broadcast crew, and Alex Brandon on our camera, doing absolutely fantastic work. Thank you, gentlemen, so much for all your help tonight. A minute 5 left here in this football game. The Northern Colorado Nightmare lead the Rocky Mountain Outlaws 59-0. We had a little bit of an injury. Down on the ground was Caleb Thornton, number 7 for the Rocky Mountain Outlaws. Looks like he's going to go ahead and take a knee for the rest of the game. I doubt we will see him with just 60 seconds left here, with 65 seconds left here in this game.
He was down there for a little bit, Cole, but I am happy. He's down sitting on the bench. He walked over under his own power. Just hoping he got the wind knocked out of him real good.
Hopefully he will be back and healthy to help the Rocky Mountain Outlaws again in their game against the Flames next week.
He is a key piece of this team, not just a key piece of the offense or defense. He plays on both sides of the ball.
And special teams, all 3 phases of the game for Thornton.
He has been a real gem for this team, and fortunate to see him get hurt. But again, just really hoping it's something minor.
We're looking to wrap up the game here. We looking as if the Outlaws, they're just going to go ahead and take a knee. We don't want anybody else hurt. That's going to go ahead and get the countdown going with the last 60 seconds. The players on the sideline, they're going to go ahead and start lining up.
We got 50 seconds left, and then we are all done with this game.
We all wrapped up. The Rocky Mountain Outlaws, they put up a great fight. Looked as if we may have gotten something going in the first half, but the Nightmare, they did what the Nightmare do, and they just kept the pedal to the metal. They didn't let the Outlaws get any kind of hope, any kind of whim. And with the final knee from the quarterback, Madiang, for the Rocky Mountain Outlaws, that's going to do it as the clock hits zeros here in Greeley District 6 Stadium. Jeremy, just an absolute dominance from the Northern Colorado Nightmare. They controlled all 3 phases of the ball, had a few slip-ups here and there with penalties, but other than that, it was just pure domination from a Nightmare standpoint.
The Nightmare did it all. They ran the ball extremely well with multiple different running backs. Foxworth put up 3 touchdowns. Baskins put up another 2. And that was just on top of the Keeling and the passing game for the Nightmare being so tight-knit and together. Very few incompletions today.
I do have to give credit on to the Rocky Mountain Outlaws side of the football, though. They had to drive all the way up here to Northern Colorado and to Greeley. Long road trip, probably the longest road trip of the entire season for them, and they had to do it shorthanded. Lots of suspensions, a lot of mistakes happening last week, and it could have been what cost them coming into the Nightmare. Hopefully those problems can be fixed against coming in for the Flames next week. They're going to have to go into practice, start fixing up those little things.
Well, even though they did have that scuffle last week and had some players suspended, there's some players that were also just out for injury and various other reasons. They played with effort the entire game. They got down early. It was tough to hang in there, and I wouldn't have been, shocked if they just called it a game and let it go. After that hailstorm specifically, if they just let it go, but they didn't. They came out here and played hard the entire game. They're trying a new quarterback with Mathieu. I would like to see that continue. Maybe get him a little more time next week. It's been a fun week.
We will see what the Outlaws can do coming up as they get ready to take on the Flames next week, June 15th at 6 p.m. Be there at Shea Stadium. Don't forget to get your tickets. Bring the whole family. The Outlaws, they're going to be home, and it's going to be a great game for us next week. That's going to wrap it up here at Greeley District 6 Stadium at the Boneyard. The Northern Colorado Nightmare, they get the win here at home 59-0 for the Rocky Mountain Outlaws. Thank you so much to the Colorado Media School for being our hosts today. Jeremiah Knife, Alex Brandon on the camera crew. Thank you guys so much. Jeremy Peischer, thank you so much for joining me as my color man. A special thank you to the Northern Colorado Nightmare for allowing us to broadcast at their home stadium this weekend. And that's going to do it. Be sure to join us next week as the Outlaws will be home at Shea Stadium. And if you'd like to see them in action, be sure to head down there nice and early at 5 p.m. when the gates will open. This has been Cole Smith, and from the rest of the crew, have a good night, everybody.